How we doing, gamers? Welcome back to some more Bowser's Fury. This is going to be the last episode, making this series shorter than Captain Toad. And I thought Captain Toad was going to be the shortest of the series, but no. It's this series. Unless something absolutely crazy happens in this, but I'm very doubtful. Basically, we got one more area left right here. This is Mount Magmeow. Pretty fitting name. There's a couple things we gotta do here first, and then we're gonna face off against Bowser for the final time. And then again, because it also needs to serve as a final boss. But anyways, we want to go to the top. And as you can see, it's a little bit of a distance. Like, it's a little menacing. We've got a lot of obstacles here, including this right here. We gotta adjust these rails right here. And hope we don't fall off into the lava, because this area is actually gonna punish us if I fall off, which is not good. So we're gonna try to play this safe. Also, somehow the lava is making perfect contact with the water down there. And there's no, like, obsidian or anything. Just a little detail I noticed. But anyways, we gotta get to the top of here. I don't exactly know where the top is. I'm not really sure if it's gonna be on top of, like, the cat's head or in front of it. I'm pretty sure it is one of those, though. But I don't really think there's a lot you could actually put atop of the cat's head, besides, like, the ears and everything, and that's kind of the reason why. But anyways, Bowser was about to come out there. I'm not sure if dying will reset that, but I should probably be a little bit more careful going around the turn right there. I've been playing a little bit of Mario Galaxy lately. I actually just started playing about a week ago, I want to say, at the time this is being recorded. So I might be used to the gravity and physics in that game, just a little bit. I just got to remember here that all the gravity, it's all going down. There are no planetoids in this game, as cool as that would be. It's all down. I'm not going to magically gravitate towards this floating piece of land right here. What is the purpose of that anyways? There's just a single piranha plant on there. It doesn't look like there's anything. We might have to go check that out though, because, you know, I'm probably wrong. There has to be a purpose for that. Anyways, I don't think dying reset Bowser because he just came out right now. I'm pretty sure, in fact, that it actually just picked up right where Bowser left off in his cycle right there. But luckily, he's firing the Bowser beam the complete wrong way right there. So I have absolutely nothing to worry about, except, you know, being tiny. Not anymore, though. Oh my goodness, how did that not hit me right there? I was a little worried. That was another instance of great timing right there. We gotta go around this way, though. I thought for sure you could duck the Bowser beam right there for a second, but it appears that's not possible. Yeah, he's gonna hit us again. Or not. I don't know how that works right there. That literally went right through me. You saw that. Yeah, the Bowser blast, it can be a little weird sometimes. And just genuinely a little bit annoying whilst doing these platforming sections right here and everything. For reasons like that, too. I think the game might even lag a little bit when that happens. Not really sure if it just feels that way or if it's actually lagging. But my inputs, they don't really feel, they just feel a little bit delayed. It feels like my inputs are doing less than they should. Yeah, bad things happen, especially when the game actually punishes you for falling. Nonetheless, this is going to be take number 3 on this place right here. Same deal. You know the drill. Now, Junior, do me a quick favor here, buddy. You can't destroy those blocks. How am I supposed to destroy them? Hold on a second. I'm going to do something a little bit bold right here. I'm going to attempt to long jump into it, but I'm not sure if there's enough space to do so. There is, but just barely. I have no idea if that's the intended way of going about this right here, but we did it nonetheless. Glad there was enough space. Yeah, we'll just continue on right here. Bowser is probably going to start doing his thing anytime soon, so you know that means I got to kill myself real quick, because that'll totally reset it and everything. Alright, several attempts later, we finally have what might be a good run, but Bowser, he's back. I'm going to hide behind here. Honestly, I think the only option is going to be to just wait for this guy to screw off, basically. He can't hit me from right here for some reason. I'm not really sure if it's just because of this little rock jutting out of the wall right here or not, but either way, I'm safe for the most part. Not anymore, probably. Oh no, it's because of the frickin' the floor that I'm standing on. This is fine. What is this right here? Oh my goodness, that would have been great earlier if I saw that. If that was even there, I don't even know. Bowser, it's time for you to go away. I know you're gonna go away because you're just standing there staring at me menacingly. Nonetheless, he cannot hurt me from right here. I think this rock right here is incredible that it can resist a blast like that. Now that Bowser is going away, hopefully this will be a good run right here. I've died enough times where the game has officially drained me of all my hard-earned coins. However, you can't exactly lose in this game, because you can just die and die and die again to your heart's content, and you don't lose any progress. There are no one-ups or anything. It's kind of a weird game. Anyways, gotta wait for these frickin' fuzzy things to pass by, and now we can continue progressing to an area where I collected some cat shines. And shards, and cat shine shards. Pretty cool stuff. We still have no idea what's behind the brick wall right there. But it's okay. It's probably coins. If it's even still there. It might have honestly despawned. But what do we have here? We got ourselves a pipe. And where is this gonna take us? Oh, this is nice. I like this. It's taking us all the way to the top. That's great. That's an absolute, what a great pipe right there. We probably just skipped a whole portion of this though. But there we go. That's a top of Mount Magmeow complete. And when you look at that, it is on one of the ears. Technically, it's just behind one of them. So this is it. This is the highest point in the entire world right here. So that's really, really cool. You can truly see everything from right here. Now, I did notice down there, there's a painting for Junior to paint up. It's similar to this right here. Let's give me something good here, buddy. I am a little bit low on mushrooms. Oh, he gave me something better. He gave me coins. That's fantastic. We'll see how long we get to keep these coins. Not a whole lot of them, but it's okay. It's definitely better than nothing right there. Typically, I like the rooms that have like the huge stacks of coins in them. Those are extremely satisfying to collect. We're gonna check out what's on this ear right here, if anything, because I do see a little pathway going up. Going right up here. It appears it's just a sightseeing point. We can check for any hidden blocks up here. I don't see, there's nothing. Also, this is a very interesting perspective right here because the island that we started on, the one in the middle right there, it doesn't look like much is rendered in over there, including the pipes that, you know, actually brought us over here. That looks so cursed right there. Classic game optimization thing. But if we just jump down here, it should render right in. Yeah, so sure enough, it wasn't actually pipes, it was actually rails. That's cool, I guess. I just realized we forgot the frickin' painting up there. That's cool. Luckily, there is a painting over here that I suppose we can check out. We're just gonna have to jump off this here elevator real quick. Get on over here and see what this has to offer. My guess is a boomerang suit. And I was indeed correct. Come here, you. Get over here. Just let me get up here. This is a very small little area. Now, I'm not sure if Mount Magmeow over here is actually going to have our next objective on it if we leave it for just 2 seconds. I did actually hear recently that the objectives can change, like, right in front of you. But it appears that that is not the case right here. We do have the Fury blocks right on over here, so, that's always going to be there. We're still waiting for something else over here. However, I did see a floating island high up in the sky. And it had a shine on it, and I want to know how to access that thing, because that would be nice and stuff. And yeah. Oh, would you look at this? There's a kitten over here, but I can't attend to you because Bowser just came out, and we have an objective to complete. It involves breaking the Fury blocks, as I just mentioned earlier. Alright, Bowser, do your absolute worst. Come right on over here. These are going to be, I believe, the last set of Fury blocks this guy needs to break, unless the Fury blocks are required to access that island in the sky. There he is, buddy. You just do your Bowser blast. I'm gonna hide under the water right here and narrowly avoid it. And there we go. That's gonna be another cat shine obtained. And now that that's out of the way, we can head back on over here so that way we can return that kitten to its parent. Come here, you. You can't escape. I'm kidnapping you. That's right. That's what this is. Where am I supposed to even go from here? Oh, I can just jump down here. That's nice. Alright, so I'll just hop on this elevator, and this is going to be an absolute piece of cake. You know, not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about the parent over here. I was kind of focused on other things, like beating the game and everything. But we'll bring this guy right on over here, and that is going to be all but one kitten located and found. Now, I'm not really sure about the whereabouts of the last kitten. I'm sure we're all familiar with that kind of a phrase. I'm not sure if it's going to be on Mount Magmeow because you technically could hide one at the top right there. I don't know how the kitten would even get up there in the first place, but yeah, that would be quite bonkers. That guy was over here where we fought the Prince Bully. Oh, would you look at that? Our last objective has spawned in. Steer the switchboards. Also got a fire bro over here. I'll deal with you real quick. Not without losing my power up, unfortunately. That sucks. I kind of want to locate the last kitten. And that could be a little bit challenging, because if that's going to be where I think it is, we're going to have to go through all of this right here. We're going to have to jump through all of these obstacles right here, whilst also holding the kitten too, might I add. Let's not forget about that. But we're just going to go around here. We're going to see if the kitten is on the mountain. Because if it is, I guess I'll have to brace myself for what's coming. Going right on over here, we might as well interact with this. So we'll just long jump into that. And there's just nothing behind there. Pretty sure it's coins, but the POW block, I don't know. Maybe the POW block collected or something, because we hit that. I'm not really sure. Pretty weird. Hold on. No, that's a bird. I thought that bird down there was the kitten. Yeah, that's great. I need to focus. I brought that upon myself. I'm gonna leave that in the final video. Alright, now that we're dry in terms of coins again, what better way to continue the episode by doing the objective right here and trying to get the cat shine over there. Not gonna lie, these aren't the switchboards I thought we'd be operating. That's okay, we got 20 seconds to get up there. And we got Bowser too on our tails as well, that's great. Nonetheless, with 2 seconds to spare, or 3, that's going to be every single objective over here at Mount Magmeow complete. Absolute bonkers right there. So that's every single lighthouse. I'm not sure if that's gonna do anything for Bowser. Technically, it's not required to beat the game. You can literally just unlock all 3 of the Gigabells and then beat Bowser with the 3rd one, and that's the game basically. In like the span of, I don't even know, like an hour or 2. But we're gonna get every single shine that I can, that I'm capable of getting anyways. I would still like to locate this kitten, however, and I would like to check some of the lower areas of the mountain here, too. We haven't fully explored this rail right here. I'm starting to think that this might have something to do with the guy. It doesn't appear to be that big of a rail, and I don't really think you can have a kitten just casually clinging to a wall right there. I'm not really sure how practical that would be, or if even the kitten could hold on for that long. There's not even a lot of wall there, to be honest, so perhaps maybe the lower areas are not the answer. I think whilst completing the previous objective, I've discovered the purpose of this island right here, and that is to house a hammer bro, and literally nothing else. Just this floating chunk of land right here. That's chill, I guess. Anyways, this bird right up here and on the left, this is the bird that I thought the kitten was. Spoiler alert, it's a bird, not a kitten. We might have to go back and check the other areas, potentially, because that thing just despawned right in front of me. What the frick? But anyways, we're gonna have to go check the other areas. I do believe there was no, like, real area in which the kitten could be at in the pipe tower on opposite of Risky Whisker Island right here. But I'm just gonna check again, as well as checking maybe the upper portions of this place as well, potentially. I don't know, man. I'm really starting to run out of ideas right here. So far, I'm not really seeing much of anything here, to be honest. You know, we've got falling platforms that would definitely fall if the kitten was on them, realistically speaking anyways. So this area might be no good. Perhaps maybe this guy is hiding, like, right beneath my nose so we can check the Wasteland area here, the main area anyways. What do we have here? We have a big red button, or a purple button. Why did I say red? That makes no sense. That literally makes no sense at all. It's probably one of those enemy ambushes, if I had to guess. And sure enough, they've got the whole crew here. Luckily, that is absolutely no match for Super Mario. And I believe, is that not all the enemies we need to get? Anyways, I gotta duck under here just to, you know, avoid the Bowser Blast. Unless the magical force field that's protecting me and the enemies right here is gonna completely deflect that. Anyways, there's the cat shine. We'll take that. We'll grab that. Very inconvenient for Bowser right there. But that still does not solve the mystery of the kitten, the second one in this series right here. Again, all of these other kittens right here, they will not work. You see, they need to match the parent right here. These kittens, we have no idea what they're doing here, to be honest. Like, where'd they even get that fur from? That's kind of weird. You have got to be kidding me. I think I've just found the answer. This guy, I don't know how we didn't notice this guy when I arrived at this dock right here on Plessy. But, yeah, there's a kitten here on this dock just chilling. Literally right where we started this whole area. So yeah, time to return you to your parent, buddy. And that is going to be the last parent in this game that needs to be reunited with its children and everything. That cat just no-clipped through one of its siblings right there. There we go. We located all 5 of the kittens right there. That's fantastic. Now, we need Bowser to come out, because I can't fight the guy if, you know, he's not out and everything. That would kind of be hard. So just give me a hot minute right here. Alright, I would just like to take this moment to commemorate all the different stars, or not frickin' stars, but you know what I mean, cat shines that we got throughout this series right here. You can see the lighthouses from here. You can see them, they're shining bright and everything. Except that one way over there at the start. So, there might actually be an episode after this. So that's gonna make 10 episodes. This is gonna be episode number 9. Basically what we're gonna do here is Bowser's gonna come out. He's gonna do it in a couple minutes. We're just gonna go touch the Giga Bell over here, take the guy out the normal way, and then in theory after that, once he's defeated, instead of, you know, a new continent rising out of the water and stuff, it's actually just going to be a different kind of Bowser. A Bowser I'll refer to as Herobrine Bowser for those of you who play Minecraft. You'll see why. It's a very uncreative joke. Anyways, he is about to do his thing right here. This is gonna be it right here. I haven't played this boss fight in a hot minute, so we might die a couple times or just really just have like a very long recording session right here, which is why I'm doing this episode in 2 recording sessions. But anyways, he's doing his thing. Let's begin doing ours right here. Alright, so here goes nothing. I believe he's actually going to be a little bit harder than usual, because this is the last Bowser fight right here, and the game does need to get more and more difficult as time goes on. We have all 3 Giga Bells. I'm not really liking how close he is to the second one over here, but I would like to hold on to those as much as possible. Unfortunately, we only have 1 left now, unfortunately, which is kind of an oof. Hopefully they respawn, maybe, when he goes into his second phase right there, I guess. But anyways, that's him defeated right there. That's his first phase. So yeah, guys, we beat the game. End of video. Yay! I love ending the video. It's such an easy boss fight. Wait, what's he doing, guys? I don't know what he's doing. Bowser Jr. has more to say. I can't believe how big and strong Dad is now. Fighting him gets scarier every time he appears. I know we'll change him back to regular scary if we keep trying. We can't give up now. So that's all that was. Oh, wait, he's doing his thing again. This might be the phase. I do apologize. If you couldn't already tell, it has been a hot minute since I've beaten this game, which is kind of why I wanted to revisit it. And just because, you know, we played 3D World. But this might be the phase we're looking for. Well, it's just a repeat of the original boss fight, but I'm a little doubtful on that. Alright, update. We gotta take him out again. This time he's a little bit more menacing. So yeah, it looks like the same deal basically. Cat Bell, and now in theory, this should be the Bowser fight that leads to the Herobrine Bowser phase. I'm not really sure if it's because we haven't fought him a whole lot, and that's why this is happening twice, but I believe it is a slightly different boss fight. We've got a nice little red sky right here and everything. It really suits the mood. So here goes nothing. Literally the same deal so far, it's looking like. Alright, so I've got him down to a sliver of health. He's definitely acting a little bit more menacing than he was in the last fight, as you can see right here. I don't remember him doing any of this. But yeah, very, very low health right now, so I've kind of got this in the bag. It's really the next phase that I'm kind of worried about right here. Anyways, I just need you to stay in the ground for once, buddy. You're just doing this attack a zillion times. There we go. You can get out of here, at least for like the next couple minutes or something. Now, will this be the proper Bowser fight? I think, yeah, okay, so this is good. This is good. He's losing all the Fury substance. That's what I'll call it for this episode. And now, in theory, he should return in just momentarily, folks. Don't worry. I'm just sending my boy Junior off to go verify that real quick. I still can't believe how tiny he is. And sure enough, there he is. So this is going to be the final stretch right here. And there it is. You now know why we're going to call him Herobrine Bowser, despite him literally having nothing to do with Minecraft besides the color of his eyes. I'm so creative with my jokes, can't you tell? Anyways, basically how this boss fight is going to work is we got to hit those there cat bells right into him. It does damage because he doesn't like cats or something. He seems to like cats in 3D World, but anyways. No huge mega-sized Mario for this one. We're gonna have to do this the old school way on Plessy right here. Now, this can be a little bit difficult as well because you got to avoid his attacks right here and you got to chase him. And right when you get right up next to him, he runs off. So really what you got to do is you got to wait for him to roar like that. He gets all distracted with himself right there. And rinse and repeat that a couple times. And we should be golden in theory right here. This is going to be hit number 2 right there. I thought I wouldn't make it for a second there. That would have been a little bit of an oof because this is one of those boss fights where you just gotta wait for the window to attack, and with that, at least in my opinion, it really kind of hurts. You know, when you miss that opportunity and you have to go through a whole other cycle and everything. We could also really use a cat bell. I'm not really sure if the game is going to give us one of those, but I have a couple in my reserves right here, so looks like... You gotta be kidding me. Did I not? There we go. Okay, good. I was a little worried. We didn't grab it there for a second. It was just floating in the ocean right there. But anyways, this looks like it could be the opportunity to hit this guy. Sure enough, there we go. And I actually believe, if we remember correctly, it's actually going to be to break those bells out of, you know, that force field they're in for some reason. And that's basically how we're going to finish him off, I believe. There we go. So that is going to be the bells freed right there. He's been beaten for like the 3rd time in the last 10 minutes. It's time for ultimate power. Say hello to my friends Big Plessy and absolutely massive Mario. They're quite huge, even compared to Bowser. If you couldn't already tell, I'm not the best at commentating over cutscenes, but that is going to be the game finished right there. With the sun being shaped as a cat, for some reason. This is the cat dimension, everything's a cat. Anyways, to end off things, we didn't actually take out Bowser, he's just gone back to his normal self right here. We have no idea what caused him to be like this at all. He still wants to fight Mario, so that's how we know he's Bowser and everything. But, you know, not the Bowser that was shooting Bowser blasts all over the map and literally not damaging a single thing. Anyways, that's basically going to be it for this video right here. This is the credits and everything. I'm not going to show too much of that ending cutscene right there because I didn't really have a lot to say about it. You can just go play the game for yourself if you want to see it. But yeah, I think we're going to do one more episode of this. You know, there's not a lot of post-credits content. So what I think we'll do is we'll just go around and try to find even more cat shines because while we did get a lot of them from the lighthouse areas, like all the different continents, all the standard cat shines, there are still a little bit that are just loosey-goosey out there. Such as, you know, the Plessy ones that we did a couple episodes ago, I believe it was, where we had to just swim around, go through rings, collect coins and everything, and eventually get to the shine within the time limit. There's a whole bunch of those, and, you know, floating island ones too. We didn't get the one on the floating island that I saw earlier at the top of Mount Magmeow. Anyways, if you liked what you saw, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more. This is going to be part 9, and 9... isn't as good of a number as 10 is to end off on, so there's gonna be one more episode, as I said. But yeah, that's about it. See you later. All these people right here, they made this game and stuff. This in 3D World too. I believe that's also the credits for this port of 3D World. Anyways, yeah, see you later.